Hello everyone, my name is Viper and welcome to a new video on my channel. In this new video, I bring you another episode of Dofus news, and this time there's a lot of changes. So yeah, let's get right into it. So if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to also follow me on Twitch. So yeah, let's go. There's a lot of other changes, and I think you will like most of them. So we start off with them making interfaces much cleaner and changing a bit the overlay, as you can see on the screen. It looks much better, and it adds another feeling to the game. It's much beautiful, so thanks a lot to Eternadis that worked on this, and hopefully we'll see even better stuff going forward. Also, they added a small improvement for dropping the Quaqua set, which is that there is no longer Cracklers spawning in the Quaqua area there where the Quaqua spawns, so they are not taking space, and now they will be mainly on the low Crackler mountain. You can also drop Locus Shield now. For the people that got it at convention and with cards, you cannot drop it in-game, the Locus Shield. They haven't shared the way to drop it. It will be most likely like the Shadow Helmet and stuff like this. To improve early game, Ankama made the recipes of Freeride and the boards easier for the people leveling up the professions. It is also now much easier to equip a Shaker and a Nomad. Why, you must ask? If you are using 3 set bonuses, you can equip a Shaker and a Nomad. So instead of being the max 2 set bonuses, you can use 3. So it's really good if you get an AP with 3 set bonuses, and then you have the AP on top with Shaker and Nomad. The only thing that they did to nerf it is that Shaker no longer gives 50 HP and Nomad no longer gives 20 power. Ankama also made a lot of changes to the items and equipments. I'm gonna go over the most important ones. You'll have the link of the changelog in the description. So, Gerlan recipe has been changed. You now need 50 blue jellies, 50 red jellies, 50 mint jellies, 20 lemon jellies, 2 resources of each boss. I don't know if it's gonna be harder or if it's gonna be easier, but you don't. In general, buff got changed. Again, I almost said buff, but I don't even know if it's a buff. It feels like it. I don't know why Akamer keeps doing this, but now you can still get 100 sets. You don't get any AP on MP restrictions. Before you can only get max 7 AP with Mad Tofu Cloak. And what they did is that they gave it 2 MP bonus, but they remove you 1 AP. The thing is, even if they remove you 1 AP, nowadays you have so many, like they just buffed the way that you get AP, that Mad Tofu Cloak getting 2 MP might make it viable. Once again, we will see. You guys can try to cook. Also, related to item changes, we have Limbo 1. Limbo 1 can only be played now if you have less than 12 and less than 6 MP. So you cannot have 12 AP and 5 MP. You need to have below 12 and below 6 to equip Limbo 1. It is a small nerf. Before you could have either 12 or 6, but they changed it. And really important items got rebuffed again. It's not as broken as they were before, but it's, I would say, almost the same. Okay, so Carrot Cap, Powerful Dazzling Belt, Axel, Chakra Style got buffed, and you can use them up to 11 AP, which is super good. 11 AP, it's like already fine for everyone. Not everyone needs 12. So if you are 11 AP and you want to rush, you are gonna probably see someone using a Powerful Dazzling Belt from 1 to level 200 again, and I'm not even surprised. Level 200 wise, there's some sets that been added and even created. We have, for example, the new set from Dark Vlad that is more related to int pushback. It is really interesting. It's 3 AP set bonuses. They are super interesting. You can test them out in the beta. I have some screenshots on the screen. They also added the Captain Schaefer set, also a 3 item set. Seems to be kinda multi, has some flat damages. Pretty interesting. And they added the Mama Ayuto that you know from the Imps village. They added it, and it's also a bit related to pushback. So they're adding a lot of pushback into the game, which surprises me because they reduce final damage in all shields. They reduce percent damage in all shields, and they're buffing pushback in the game. It's interesting, but we'll see. And what they did is that they created new sets for items that weren't part of anything. So, for example, you have now the like the deepness. I don't know how to translate it from French, but the sets from the Deepness, which are the Amateur Crusty Ring and Crabturn Necklace, they all are part of the same set. Another 3-item bonus, so it's a strength set, not bad at all. I like what they did. And you have an agility set from 3-item bonus, which is the Mentax, the Triton Palms, and the Indescribable Cape. I like this idea, I like it a lot. So I'll let them cook for level 200. I feel like this is not bad at all. Still related to low level now, there's some changes that they did to set bonuses, mainly to the very famous sets that people like to do, which is white red and black red. I personally dislike these sets to rush or to even craft on an adventure. So what they did is that they did a little buff, is that before you could only get AP with 6 items on both white and black red, but now you can get an AP bonus on 5 items. So this is a little buff. We'll see what they cook. You might be able to craft it easier because you don't need one more item to get to an AP. It's up to you guys. Another little detail that I forgot to tell you is Terra Dala, Feudala, Aquadala, Airdala. All of the recipes got a bit better because before you needed to drop the Panda Washu artifact or the artifacts, and now they reduce the amount of artifacts that you need to drop and to craft the sets, which make them more viable. They also reduced a little bit of stats, but I still think it's pretty solid early on. Regarding classes, I'm gonna go through the most important class changes in my opinion. And I'm gonna give a quick resume. So Eka Flip, what they did is they switched All or Nothing with Trickery. They changed it because they want the level that you get All or Nothing and Trickery. That's what I meant. They changed it because they want Eka Flip to be a bit more viable to play with cards early on, and All or Nothing didn't really allow them to do that. So they changed the order that you get them. I think they did as well with Kra is that they nerfed a bit the early game. When I say that is that now you don't get instantly 3 range when you do Optic Arrow. So Optic Arrow got nerfed, you only get 1 range bonus, and early game you will feel that because from going from 3 range to 1, it's a lot. Regarding Tufeka, they made it that Arani, like the spell that reduces MP, it's not modifiable range as well, so that's a big hit. And they did kind of a buff. I mean, in general, they nerfed Ponteira, but they buffed Parafuso, which is a bit weird. And what I think they buffed a lot for later on, maybe it will make Agi Mask viable, is that they made Angular modifiable range, which is super nice for you if you want to farm. Angular modifiable range is actually super nice. Up next, we have some changes to Upper Mage. Mainly the main one. I'm gonna say it's Astral Blade. You get it very later on, but you have basically a TP of 4 cells now with Astral Blade. Uginak, they also did a little bit of a nerf and buff at the same time. So what they did is that the strongest spell in my opinion for Uginak, which is Marrowbone, you can get 4 max stacks now instead of 2 early on, which is just insane. So you got buffed in terms of that, but they reduced the bonus damage you get, so they reduced 1 damage in all ranks. And Forge Lance, they also got really the same treatment as Uginak. So Fire Lance, or if I'm not saying the name wrong, you can stack it much easier now because it's 4 stacks, which instead of 2 early on, but you lose 1 damage per level, which is really understandable. And that's basically the most important changes in my opinion in classes. Another little detail that I want to share and has not been published in the changelog is a really important thing for everyone, level 200 and low level. So as you know, pets are much now easier to level up to level 80, and it's much easier to get stats. And they also made it much easier for obtaining them. Especially 2 important pets are the ones that I'm going to be talking about, which is Snailmate and Fëanor. So Snailmate and Fëanor, you can now get them without, or making them pop on your map without doing the dungeon achievements. All you have to do is the mob achievement, and that's insane. So far, seems like they didn't change the requirement of getting Fëanor. It's still the 100 resource. Snailmate I didn't check, but this is huge. So imagine on the server, if you are level high enough and if you have some runes or some nuggets saved, if you level up the Fëanor up to level 80, that's an AP pet. An AP pet, so you can even use it in Abyss and stuff like that. I hope this tip helps you, and if they did, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's basically it, everyone. As per usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I also forgot to say, but this is gonna be the last changelog they will post with things related to Dofus Unity and changes. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. I can maybe finally do the sets for you guys. They keep changing the recipes, they keep changing the sets, but I have everything cooked, I mean. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. I do Theorycrafting every day. I help people whenever they have any questions. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Bye bye.